evening, good afternoon, good morning, PM folks. It's Mallory George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube, folks. This is a special Muscle Talk Monday, 273, and this is going to be an interview. I know you guys like to be involved in it, but this time this is an interview. With the season being kind of slow, and it's hard to find subjects to talk about. So, every so often I would do interviews on my Muscle Talk Monday. It helps the fillers because it's going to be a while before we start seeing competitions, all the way to really for the divisions that really matter to me. It won't be about to April. There is the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, but it doesn't carry. It do the amateurs, but it doesn't carry any of the pros for women's bodybuilding, figure, or physique. But anyway, folks, I digress. So we have here a lovely lady, and we welcome her back again. And she has a name that I'm very familiar with because it touches my heart. We have here Rosanna Roxy George, new IFBB pro. And I just had an interview with a pro the other day. My thing like these new pros guys, they're like, it's like being like a, like get a fresh fish on the line, fresh sprinkling. So we'll welcome Roxy. We say congratulations and what's up?
Oh, I'm still soaking in the fact that I'm a pro when I hear it. I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh, yes. Exciting. It's awesome.
You should be excited because you know what? You took that time off the first time, came back, then you did a couple of shows, and boom, not more than a month after that, you got your pro card.
Yep. Third NPC show. Mm-hmm. I had done one other non-sanctioned show in 2025, but yeah, it was awesome.
Well, folks, as you know, she did the national championships, and she competed both women's bodybuilding and women's physique. Didn't get the pro card in women's bodybuilding, but y'all had a women's bodybuilding that you just did that year was a stacked lineup. It was really, I didn't expect to be
awesome.
It was as depth as it was for the last couple of times. We had 1 year where we had not enough women to make just only but one class.
Yep.
Some shows there was like 3 or 4, but then because I watched it, I looked at it and said, wait a minute, that's like, and you were in the light heavyweight class.
Heavyweight.
Okay. Yeah. And it was a stacked lineup. You up, we had people like also that you and I interviewed Montana just a little bit after that. Montana Frey, y'all both also competing women's bodybuilding, women's physique. Yes. Montana and you both got your pro card in women's physique in the same class. What was that feeling?
It was awesome because the camaraderie in this sport. Like, I had been following her for a long time. We were shooting the crap backstage, like just hyping one another up. So we were just amped from the end of prejudging all the way to finals. Just, we got this, girl. Like, let's go. Let's put on a show. She is an incredible athlete, and it was awesome to turn pro right next to her.
Yeah, because you know what? I've interviewed Montana before, and she has some setbacks. I know she was living in California. She moved. Now she's engaged to a lovely young lady. Her life is going a good way. I mean, and it's the thing about we talk about bodybuilding. It's a lot of work and consistency, and also, folks, we can't forget that she is a sponsored athlete. She's sponsored by my dear friend Eunice Martinez Kitchen and Jolie Floops. They are the ladies that run Bad Rap. I can never forgive. I can always want to thank Eunice for this. She's my friend. It's just I love this. I can't. I know I need to put this into
frame it.
I know, but I want to be. You
want to touch it?
Yes. I know I'm a weirdo like that. So afterwards, what was that feeling like for you?
It took a second to sink in. So we went straight from step off stage as a pro, get on a cruise ship. So it was like I was in a whole different world. Like, no one even knew what bodybuilding was, and I looked like a freak of nature on that ship. But we would start talking about it to strangers. People would ask, and I'd be like, it took a minute to sink in. It didn't fully sink in until we got back from the cruise, and I went back to the gym, and everyone was like, oh my God, congratulations, you're a pro now. And I got my membership all free and stuff. So I was like, it's wild. Like, it just took a minute to sink in. And I still find myself just having these moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, like I did that. It's time to now grow for a freaking pro debut. Like that is wild to me. So exciting. I'm so
You should be. You should be proud of yourself because you know what? Most people who get into sport don't understand the work, consistency, the diet, the sacrifice,
yeah.
the patience, because there's so much involved in it as a bodybuilder. As you grow, you develop, and it took you a long time. You like I said, you started back a few years ago, but then you took a break, and then you start back up, and now you can put on your name and on your social media, IFBB Pro.
Yeah, I know. It's so wild. It's crazy. It's very exciting. I am blessed for the support system that I had to get me pushed through 2025 and ultimately win the pro card, accomplish the goal we went for. So
Yeah. I know it was about a couple months ago. You were at Eunice's gym, Muscle Curves.
yes,
Y'all
I
two were
was.
working out. What was that experience like? You got to finally meet Eunice and y'all
Oh, it
working
was
out.
awesome. I was so excited. She lives in a town, so I used to spend a lot of time in the town right next to hers. So driving over there, it was like memory lane. And then getting there, it's like middle of nowhere, just country town with this mecca of an amazing bodybuilding gym just out of nowhere. And it was so awesome just to be able to talk to her about bodybuilding, bounce some ideas off, get some lifts in, get pushed a little bit. And I definitely plan on going back either at the end of January or beginning of February. It's my plan.
That's
It's
good
only
because
about an hour 15 from me, so not bad at all.
yeah. 'Cause I know I was talking to Eunice. She's also planning. She's going to go out of town in April. She's going to go and because they're again going to be sponsoring, the Triple O Dynasty. And I know David also announced it on his that he's going to do sponsorship. I wish I could do it, but I'm broke as a joke. I can't do it. But that's good that people like Eunice. You hadn't met JoJo yet either.
I have not, no, and I'm hoping to. I know that we have discussed with Eunice coming down to Iron City here in Cyprus, where I go to the gym, to do an event. So I'm hoping maybe we can all get together for that one, but I'm not sure. But I'm looking forward to it when the time comes.
Well, she's a nice lady. I got to meet her when I was in Tampa, and we talked a good bit. I'm hoping maybe I can get her on here.
Yeah,
She was out here before when we did a signing for Sherry Priami, but I'd love to do a one-on-one with her and get her
yeah,
thoughts and her feelings because I know we were talking. She's making some plans. Also, her and her husband are building a new house and stuff like
that's
that.
right.
And like both her and Eunice are doing good work
Yeah,
for women bodybuilding in general and just bodybuilding in general for females because as a woman, that's the hard part about it.
yep.
There's not a lot as much opportunities. You're one of the lucky few because you not just Eunice is your sponsorship. You also have another sponsor.
Oh, I have another sponsor.
Don't you have another sponsor that you?
I have some that I haven't announced yet. I talked about it yesterday slightly. Like I have my buddy Henry. He owns Legacy or Legend Barbell in the Woodlands. He's opening his own peptide. He's in the process of getting it all lined out. A website should be up by next week, I believe. I know he's 100% sponsoring me, but I haven't announced that yet.
Well, like I said, hey, it's out there.
Surprise!
What's the point? Is like, hey,
I'll have a code in a couple of days.
just all you waiting is just the paperwork. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you went. Where did you and your man went? What was it like? On that little cruise.
On the cruise. So this is funny. It was his first time ever on a cruise ship. We went on Harmony of the Seas by Royal Caribbean, and this was my fourth time on that particular ship. So I knew exactly what was going on, but I just love to see him taking it all in at first because it's such a big ship. And when you've never been on one, you're like, oh my God, it's like a small city. We went to the ports we went to were Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Honduras. So we did like in Honduras, we did an all-inclusive little beach break with like drinks. I got my hair braided all up, food and the whole nine. So that was cool. I don't drink very often, but we did there on the beach. Cozumel, we just kind of got off and looked at the port, went to Margaritaville and hung out in there for a minute. And then Costa Maya, we again just walked around the port, did some shopping and stuff like that. So, but it was awesome. I love it. I've been to all three of those ports probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 times minimum. And it was great just doing it for the first time. My best friend Megan went with us too. She had her own room. So it was a little group. So it was fun. for sure.
Yeah, I remember my sisters used to go. They go to, I think it was Puerto Vallarta,
Oh,
Jamaica.
that's a beautiful
Yeah,
port.
I had a shirt that they got me. It was like a nice little shirt. It was a little gray with, I forget what the design was. And one time they bought my older brother James some liquor. They bought him some
Yeah.
rum from Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
You have a good time with your man. You're getting drunk. Hey, we have here a shout out. We have here a comment in my comment section here. This is for our man David coming
What's
through. He
up, David?
says, "Hey dog, you got the StreamYard link? I'll join in." Well, if you want to join in, link, I'll send the link. You want to join in, and because this is more of an interview. But if you want to maybe talk a little bit to Roxy, I'll send it to you because you asked, because he's my dude, and and I don't got a problem help him out now and then. Sometimes I like to be alone, like this thing. I don't like to be like women. I don't like to be me two dudes, and I don't. That's not. I know. Hey, some guys be into that. Nah, and he's a white dude too. But I appreciate it. Wait a minute. I gotta. I think he says this. He says, "Oh, I thought that it was a round table. Sorry." Nah, that sounds all right, brother. So that's why I said I don't. There's no sausage right
there. Oh my.
Yeah. So you know me, I'm wild. But folks, what we're doing is we're going to jump into Roxy's social media for a bit, and she can show the pictures, stuff like that. There's some amazing, great stuff she has put out there, especially from her trip. Also, stuff from the show. You want to check her out. Guys, my rules. And stick to them firmly. She has a man. She's a nice lady. I know you see pump women. Be respectful. No D pics. Stop it. Get some help. Okay. Yeah. So we're jumping here, and here she is, and she's jumping in her man's arms. Look at that. It's like that kind of like, I did it, Andrew. I did it.
Oh yeah. The setup for that picture was hilarious because it's like a running start.
I know he's proud of you because y'all been together for about a year or so now.
Yeah, a year and some change, 4 or 5 months, something like that.
And I know if listen to Dave's interview that he's also thinking about competing.
Yeah, he is. So basically 2026 is for him. I'm taking the role that he had for me. So I'm going to be the support and the coach and all that good stuff like he was for me. He is going to do, I don't know when exactly. I just know he's got to requalify because it's been a few years. He's doing open bodybuilding, and then he wants to try to go for the pro card if he wins an overall. Same goal that I had. You have to win an overall at an amateur show qualifier to go to nationals.
Yeah.
So
you're right there in Texas. There's quite a few shows.
There's so many.
Battle for Texas. That's also that. I remember that was a couple of weeks before they were advertising if you won the overall in your division, they will pay for your,
and it's the week before nationals. Yeah, 1 week before nationals in the same building.
Yeah. That's a good idea for that. There's quite a few shows in Texas because really Texas has started to blow up.
It really has
with bodybuilding. You have Texas Pro, which is going to be coming now. You have other shows. There's State Texas, but don't have women's physique or women's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Here she is with her, with the pro card.
With the pro card.
It feels like it's like this thing that validates what you have went through and the work you put into as a bodybuilder.
Yep. Just a little cardboard card, but it means a lot. Just having it's sitting up here in the house on display. I look at it every day.
Who's this gentleman right here?
That is the leader of Team Texas Muscle, Scott Lightfoot. He was my first coach. And he is the reason why I bodybuild. I would not have been able to turn pro without him. He was definitely a pivotal role. He was not my coach for nationals or this year, but he was definitely having major input in everything. Like Gerald was my coach and I coached myself. We kind of did that as a team. But yeah, that's Scott Lightfoot. IFBB pro as well.
Yeah, congratulations. And what was the critique from the show? Especially, I think Sandy was the head judge for the nationals.
Yes. So apparently we had to go in person, but I emailed and thankfully still got a reply. So lower lat insertion, always bigger shoulders, abs. Like Montana had abs for days. Like I was jealous. I am that is my main one, is abs. Always leaner. It can always come in more peeled. Those were the main things. Legs are there. So we're trying to get that balance between upper and lower. Now I have a pretty good balance as it is, but we want to fix the issues in the upper for sure. Just grow, baby, grow.
Here's you like from those old 90s and 80s workouts. That let's
Yes.
get physical.
Yep.
I want to get physical.
I had that song stuck in my head all night because it was on that outfit.
Yeah, yo, that is a classic.
That was like an 80s theme night on the cruise ship.
Yeah, I mean,
so we committed. We committed to the theme.
And you enjoyed yourself and your trip.
We did.
Like I said again, you really are starting to develop because, like I said again, it takes that time to really get to it. And like I said, you took some time off. You wanted to enjoy life, and then you get back into it, and you rewarded with this pro card. And and people like and people like Eunice is in your corner, your man here in your corner.
The best support, from everyone. It's definitely a blessing. I'm not used to that level of support, especially in my past couple of years, and just to have it is huge.
Yeah, that's the thing about bodybuilding. Support is very important because I know you were talking about with your interview with David. You talk about your parents and how they support you a bit. They want
they're opening up to the ideas slowly.
Yeah, like I said, is there a child? You want your child to be happy and find something in their life that satisfies them. If it's just something that maybe you don't understand it, but it's something they know about and it's something it's their something that really excites them and gives them passion. Yeah, enjoy. You should play some volleyball and do a little dance.
I definitely did that on the cruise ship a lot. Hurt myself like I always do. Every time I play volleyball for fun, I hurt something, but whatever.
I can tell you, my volleyball days are done. I can't. If I try to jump, I'm going to come down and break an ankle. And here she is with our dear friend Eunice, because I know Eunice was there at the prejudging.
Yes, she
was.
Then
she couldn't stay for the finals.
Yes, and it was awesome. I could hear her. It was awesome from the crowd.
And here's our boy Alex. He made this little picture. Shout out to Alex. He's a great kid. I call him my nephew. And here she is from the back, fellas.
Wow. That was prejudging in the bathroom, like at 7:00 in the morning. It's very early.
You ever need a massage therapist? I studied a little bit when I was in Millamont. But like I said, you look pretty good. Again, the other things you have to work on your conditioning. Here she is with Montana. Montana is, she's with Justin Jacoby. Her and another interview just right before she did the show, Hayden Mola. Those ladies have crazy abs. You take them and you take them and put them in a wash tub and you just wash your laundry on them.
I kept talking to her about that. I'm like, damn, girl. Like, hey, badass.
Yeah. And she's still young. Like, she's not even 30 yet. She has that potential to grow and develop, What you feel like now as IFBB, you feel like that really can help you get to that next level?
I got to take the time to grow. I need to get myself back healthy again. Or I didn't really get unhealthy. I feel like this prep, but there are things that we take, that we got to get off of for a minute, reset the body. I have a whole different mindset this time on food. I nailed my reverse after the cruise. My body ate up all the cruise food. Like I gained, I believe 2 or 3 pounds max from that cruise. And I was eating, like I did not shy away from food. Let's just say, so my mindset with food is that, the day we got back from the cruise, it was the same food, tilapia, ground turkey, just a little bit more. And it nailed that reverse. So now I'm only about, I believe I'm 7 or 8 pounds now up from stage, easing back into everything. Not getting on stage in 2026, spending the entire year growing, fixing the problem areas and really pushing I want to make a statement. I don't want to do easy shows for my pro debut. My goal is to do either Tampa Pro or Chicago Pro in 2027 and then followed by 100% the Texas Pro, because the Texas Pro, that building itself is that's where I turned pro at, the building. That's where I had my very first show ever, like 4 or 5 years ago. So it's like a full circle moment. Plus, being a part of the Texas Pro, they really, really support with Sarah Villegas, the women's physique division.
Yeah.
That was always my goal, to do a pro debut at the Texas Pro, but I don't believe it'll be the debut. I think it'll be the second show of the year. I'll probably do Tampa or Chicago for the debut. I want to go to one where I'll be standing next to Olympians and standing next to crazy athletes and just kind of get out there and work.
Well, Chicago is there's some heavy hitters, especially you can do women's physique. I remember when I was in Tampa, Zama Bento was there.
Yeah.
Also, I got to meet one lady who I met there, Megan Morse. She goes Dr. Meg, and I'm looking.
Yes, she's so. Oh, she looks good.
I just interviewed a lady who knows her, and I think she could do it as bodybuilding.
Yeah,
that's just me. I think she's a big woman, tall woman anyway. But
yeah,
maybe it takes her time to grow. Shout out to our man here, David from the Female Bodybuilding Forum. He says, Roxy's so awesome. I really enjoyed speaking with her yesterday. She purdy. He.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I tell you, like it's Roxy. I say like this: when I get some girls on here, y'all muscle ladies, these guys get excited. They just they be like, they be like coming house. They be like you ever saw the Boondocks? They be like the Booty Boy said, we like you and we want you. We can do it the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. So it's your choice is yours. We got here my man Caleb the Wanderer coming through. Shout out to him. He says, Monday. Thank you, brother. And also, he has a question. He says, what is that you have to improve your abs?
So I've always had a very tiny waist, blessing normally, right? But it doesn't have the big definition. It's just flat. And I have like the obliques but not the six pack that's real dominant. Like it's there, it's there, but not just bricks. And so my goal is to just slam them in the mornings and post lift every day for the year that I'm bulking. Mm-hmm. And bring blocks. That is my goal. I just am standing relaxed and they're like, holy crap, she's got abs.
Abs is kind of centerpiece of the physique. I mean, there's some ladies who I follow who have just not, who I think of like people like, I think Virginia Sanchez, who else? There's a good list. There's some ladies in the back of my head that I know, but they just have great genetics is also a factor.
Yeah,
and also hard work. Because it does.
And I'm blessed to have the tiny waist. Like I'm blessed it doesn't get square. Like some people have that square waist. No, mine is very hourglass. It's just building the abs to really be dominant in that. I feel like would balance everything out for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're planning on doing Texas, which is just women's physique. Chicago's possibility. Tampa's a possibility. There's also, if you think about it, I think there's quite a few more shows. Even though this year they lost a couple of shows here and there, especially when Bodybuilding got really hit. I know Eunice, she's planning on doing some shows.
Yep.
It's this thing. It's a lot of work, especially to grow. And and you're looking now, even in your division, women's physique. If you look at, we were talking earlier about Sarah Vilgas. There's some stuff going on with her. She was there she was gave out the, I think the award for the overall winner. That was, I think, was Courtney Vanek. I think his name.
Vanek. I don't know. But she's awesome too. Incredible athlete.
Yeah, I remember they were doing the overall pose down. I was watching. I really liked the fact that. What's her name? Dylan and Montana would do the most muscular.
Yes.
Because as a fan of that, especially they don't let y'all women do it too often.
Yeah.
And I rarely ever see it done in the physique division.
Yeah. I love it. It was great. Dylan is a powerhouse. She is coming, and to be only 23 years old, it is wild.
Yeah, she's still a baby.
Yeah,
I mean, she just that's the thing is.
She was so sweet too. Like I really enjoyed getting to know her in person. It was great.
Yeah, we got here. Shout out to my man David. He's gonna says abs are the best. Susan Matheson surprised me when she said she really doesn't work abs when she's training. Shout out here. We got our man here. My man here, the art female Marcel Jeremy says, "Who are some of the bodybuilders that inspire you to this day?"
Well, number one, just due to her story, Chelsea Dion, um, what she's overcome, how she's overcome it, and she's just an incredible athlete. As far as big names, Ashley Jones, 100%. She is one of my biggest inspirations. Again, going from women's physique to women's bodybuilding and excelling in both. Those are my
Yeah.
top two for females.
Well, like
Nick
I said,
Walker for the men all day long.
well, the guys don't pay too much attention to because
Yeah.
things it's about the ladies. As
Yeah.
you know, it was an opportunity to me to get to meet Ashley while I was in Tampa.
She's
this
so awesome.
this past summer, she's great.
Yeah.
I got to meet so like Sharonka Hinton.
Yeah.
She's lovely. She's amazing.
Yes.
But the person I'm always, you know me, I'm always going to
Yep.
shout her out because, as again, she is my girlfriend. She's the 6-time champion, Andrea Shaw. I can't help it. I think she's so amazing, so beautiful. She
She is.
she really, to me, she fundamentally changed the aspect of
Yeah.
women's bodybuilding. She just brought something to the division that I think people really needed it because
Yeah.
kind of like Linda Murray when she competed on Corey Everson, she brought style, grace, beauty, a great look to her, femininity, and no offense to Natalia and Sarah, they're I say this, I'm not a big fan, but I do respect their different what they bring to this sport. Like a while back, I did a live where I was talking about some stuff. Natalia popped in and she conversated a little bit. Now she's done it before, some of my lives.
Yeah.
Sarah, what she's doing right now,
Yeah. It is annoying. It is all of it, all the drama. I'm like, keep it out of socials, but
it says it was say drama for your mama.
Yeah.
We got here a comment from my man here, David, and he's sticking in and says, I love that most muscular face off between Dylan and Montana that really got the crowd hyped up. It does. The crowd like to feel like they love to feel involved. Also, shout out to my man David again. It says Ashley Jones, she's awesome. Yes, she's a sweetheart. Yeah, because I know Alex was at the Olympia, and he ran to her and she shot me out. She said, "I remember you, Mr. George. Thank you for your support, and hope we get to see each other again. I mean, I would love to meet her again. I would most definitely, who I want to see really." But I gotta be patient. I gotta be patient. I gotta calm. Here we go. We got one more from my man here, Jeremy, Female Muscle. He also does interviews. You want to check him out? Reach out to Jeremy. Says, how do you deal with the negativity towards female bodybuilders that you encounter online? Like especially as people don't understand that you're an athlete, you're a woman.
I encounter negativity more in person, to be honest. Like online, I'm very quick on the block. Like if anything pops up, I don't entertain it. So to answer the question, honestly, in person is where it's a little bit more difficult because there are so many out there that will just either look at you with just disgust, say the word steroids, like that's the only thing that I do to look this way, right? Like, or I said this yesterday, or the big one recently, and I've gotten it a lot, is people will come up to me and ask if I'm trans. And I'm like, what? No, I'm just a professional bodybuilder. Like, I'm sorry, but I laugh at it. It doesn't personally offend me. Like, I don't care. I want to always be different. I don't ever want to look like the normal girl. I always want to be looked at like, what the heck is going on with her? But it could easily offend other people. So it's like that. I deal with it more in person for sure.
Yeah, I remember I interviewed Maria Beretta, who just got a pro card in women's figure at the Nationals, and she told me she was at a gym and doing some posing, and some guy walked up to her and says, "That's fucking disgusting." And you see Maria, she's She's
Yeah,
small,
not
petite, cute.
discussing
She has
people
muscle.
clothes.
It's not. She's not no big ogre.
Yeah,
But again, I see these guys just when they think about it, not just women too. Women can be the worst
yeah,
because y'all can be catty,
yeah,
And the thing is, if it's something you don't like, here's the thing: is don't say nothing, don't pay no attention, mind your business, go about it. It's not going to kill you
yeah.
because this is somebody doing something what they love and they're passionate about.
Yeah, and what I always tell people too, like, okay, cool, I'm not looking this way for anybody but me at the end of the day. I love looking like a monster, and that's me. I don't care. If I look trans, awesome. That means I got muscle. So bring it on.
Well, a lot of trans don't have that much muscle. Some of
It's
them are very more.
crazy.
Some
Like,
some are more feminine than most women.
yeah, it's wild. And I'm like, that is that even something to even ask somebody nowadays? Like, I feel like that people would get really upset. Like, I don't, but I just laugh. I'm like, oh my God, no, but cool.
See, the thing is, people still think that muscle is a thing that men supposed to have. I don't
Yeah.
have that much muscles. I said this in live. I said I got boobs and bigger some women than some women, but
But hey,
yeah, I'm still a man. Here's the thing I say like
yeah,
this. It's not about appearance. It's
yeah,
about how you move, how you walk, how
yeah,
you talk, how you behave. There's a difference between looking masculine and being a man.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We have here a comment. Shout out to our man David coming through. He says keep uh keep the as fake beefs like with WE
Oh yeah.
with Randy Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. But truthfully, this is what I heard. Their beef wasn't that fake. It wasn't too fake. There's some stuff about Hulk Hogan people don't realize about. I heard it even from some other wrestlers. They talk about it. Shout out here, my man Josh Simpkins coming through. He says, "What's good, George and Rosanna?" Say, "Yeah, what's good with you, brother?" Thank
What's
you.
good? It's
Yeah.
funny to hear my last name first there because my last name is George. So I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. I interviewed a lady. Her name is Leanne George, and
Yeah,
she's also a pro a while back. And it's funny you see a name like that. Hey, it's a special name. It's a name.
it's special. It
Yeah,
is.
it's a beautiful name. So this is a question I ask you, ladies, especially after that long prep and the dieting and the
Yeah, oh
training.
yeah.
What did you and your man do? Where y'all go? Where y'all went to? Because it's Texas. Y'all, I know Texas. Y'all second to barbecue to North Carolina. So where y'all do? What y'all go?
Well, we had the cruise like the day after my show. So I was more food focused for that. But I wanted breakfast the following morning. So we went, I cannot remember the name, but it was this viral spot that actually Jordan Hutchinson and Brittany Hutchinson gave me. Because they're foodies and they said this is the best one to go to. Oh my God. Like I wish I could show you. It's on my Instagram if you scroll a bit, but the food, we had a cinnamon roll pancake that was like this big. I had a peanut butter and jelly pancake. I had chicken and waffles. I had beignets. I don't even know, muffins, everything. We took half of it home, but I love a good sugar-filled breakfast, full sugar syrup. And that's what we did for the big first meal. Oh,
We'll
yeah.
pull this up here. This is a little
Yes, that
video.
one is all the food that
So
I had post show. Yeah. And it is definitely
yeah,
the breakfast is on there.
yeah. I mean,
There's the muffins
it
and
looks like it looks good. I mean, that's
that
the
cinnamon roll
pancake, and
pancake was next level.
I mean, it's like anytime I talk to you ladies, especially after that long prep, you act like Pookie of New Jack City. Be calling you man,
Right.
be calling you name, yeah, be calling me
Yeah.
man. Be saying like it's like food is the important factor of growing as
Yeah.
a bodybuilder. Also, the enjoyment
And
of
that
like,
candy
especially
cane mocha. That coffee was
yeah,
the one thing that I wanted more than anything.
yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
I was talking to Montana. She said that she had got some muffins right after she got her
Yes.
pro
Yes.
card. She was going out and passing them out to anybody she saw that
Yes.
had a pro card, pass out muffins. Here
Yeah.
she is having a little prep meal here and there.
Yeah.
It looks
That
like
was
you're having a good time.
yeah, that video it was the build up to hold the pro card with my giant pretzel that we had that night. But yeah, she had the muffins. I had a friend that made a bunch of cookies, so I was giving them away. Sheila Brown actually got one of them because she stopped us. And I was like, yeah, sure, have one.
Yeah, it's great. Sheeta Brown's an amazing lady. She's been in the game
Yeah.
for a long time. She's been a pro. Respect her. What also what her and Freddie doing with Battle Up,
Yeah.
really opened up opportunities for bodybuilders, especially in Texas. Here, shout out to my man here. My man Justin says, love breakfast food. Yeah, I don't eat breakfast too much. I just
Me
have lunch.
too.
Yeah. And also, this is from our man David. It says, does Roxy ever hit up the Bucky's for yummy food, beaver nuggets? He. There are a few locations here in Florida now. Yeah, I was
My
talking with my sister was down here. We were talking about Bucky's, and I've never been. We have something called Loves
it,
here. It's in North
no, it
Carolina. It's South
ain't
Carolina.
nothing. Like Love's is nothing compared. Like Bucky's is like a museum mixed with a Walmart, mixed with a barbecue joint, and it's just like this. It's a massive gas station that is way too packed, frankly. But they have some good food. My favorite thing at Bucky's, they have a sausage on a stick wrapped in a tortilla. And it is the most basic thing, but it reminds me of sausage wraps as a kid. And every time I get that. It's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm not gonna say I heard that. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it is
Um,
over the top gas station. I can't even explain it with like a whole gift shop on one end. Like
yeah,
it's
you can do your shopping. You can have
yep,
dinner, breakfast, lunch. The hard part was trying to get to the gas station. She told me because sometimes the gas station does
yeah,
be lined up. That'd be
the
the hard part. So
lines.
you
Yeah,
better stop someplace else and get your gas before you go to Bucky's.
yes. Even though
Oh
they do
yeah,
have cheap gas.
yeah, yeah. We got here a shot from a man, David. It says, I got a brief interview with Sheila at Olympia. She is sweetheart and is beautiful. Yes, she is. Also, shot to my man here. Jeremy says, what are some things that, in your opinion, can be done in order to improve your division? Like, especially women's physique. What do you think that needs to be done? Especially now you're gonna go into the IFBB and you compete with some. You got to. This is where I hear like you have to start kind of like from the bottom again
Yeah.
as IFB Pro.
Yep, I'm an amateur IFBB pro now. That's how I look at it. Like I had my high moment. Now we're back in the bottom of the totem pole. But to improve the division as a whole, I feel like just getting the name out there. Getting sponsors for shows, getting girls that aren't afraid to put on a little bit of muscle. To compete in the women's physique and women's bodybuilding categories, because there's so many girls out there that love the look, but they're like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to go do bikini with the rest of the world. And we need to grow those two divisions because they get smaller every year. Sometimes they have like ticks where there's a few more competitors, but yeah, sponsors is the big one. And that's why I'm so happy to be a part of Bad Rap, because we're really trying to get that name out there, and they next level support the women's bodybuilders and women's physique girls.
Yeah. Shout out to Eunice and JoJo for what they're
Yeah.
doing. And also one thing is I think the judging needs to be focused on the criteria of what that
Yes.
division is. If
Yes.
I'm looking at girls right now who should be doing women's bodybuilding, it should move up. If I'm looking at women figure who should be doing physique, it should
Yeah.
move
And
up.
there's a lot.
I'm looking bikinis. I even seen this one girl. She's a wellness competitor. She can do women's body. You just heard that Christine Mendova is moving over to
Yeah.
wellness.
Yes.
This girl, her name is Tiff Sam, I believe that's her name.
Oh, yeah.
She can move up.
She
I
could
was
do women's bodybuilding. Like, she is
just
huge in the
she just
best
got
way. Like, it's
just
awesome.
just got bringing more size and upper
Yeah.
body. Maybe more definition.
But she's got her legs are stacked. She's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, we got here. Man, David says Bucky's is the only gas station convenience store that creates its own traffic.
Yeah, no joke.
And
That is the truth.
also, he says, "How about fit model? Ha, point. It's like
I'm leaving. No, okay.
Yeah, I know a lady. I interviewed her. I met her when I was in Tampa. I interviewed her, and she just got a pro card at Fit Model. Her name is Annie. Nice lady. I met her when I was in Tampa. We did an interview. We still in contact. I have nothing against the competitors.
Yeah.
My mindset is you're bringing in divisions that are going to end up looking like the division you're supposed to be replacing. It's like when they did a few years ago, women's bodybuilding. They created two. They had two weight classes: women's lightweight and women's heavy.
Yeah.
This is going to be like women's lightweight bikini, and
Yeah.
the other is going to be women's heavyweight. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm just like this. I'm just make it make sense to
Yeah.
me.
I agree. Because it's like, I don't know, Fit Model is what bikini was like 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. That's what it was supposed to be. And then it got, as everything else does, everything's getting bigger, right? But it's like, you have to create a whole nother division, like pour some of that into something else, like sponsoring more or having more shows with women's bodybuilding and women's physique in it would be ideal.
Yeah, because just so that Tupelo's not going to have their show because the sponsor
Yeah.
Judy Gerlach, her husband moved on from that. The Vancouver Isles not doing any
Yeah.
pros, not women's physique, women's bodybuilding, or wellness. I know that Tim Gardner's bringing back the Puerto Rico Pro, but it's only going to be the pro part is going to be men's classic and figure, but the rest is going to be masters because masters are really blowing up. Just had the Masters just a few months ago. I interviewed a couple of ladies after that show. We was in Japan. I'm hoping they might try to have it here in the States because there's a lot more shows here for Masters O Olympia. And you're still young. You have a long way to go. But would you ever, if you ever get to that point where you are 40 plus, would you want to do Masters?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It would be 40 and plus. I would want to go full open until at least 40. If I'm still fine, maybe even 45. If I choose to, compete for that long, which right now I want to just keep going. So we'll take it kind of year by year at this point. But I do love that they have that opportunity for people now as well, having the Masters O. I think that's cool.
Yeah, because if you quite a good number of ladies have interviewed at like 40 plus, 50 plus, even ladies in 60s.
Yeah.
And they have that passion also where with Masters, where they don't have to worry about, like some of the ladies I know who have families and responsibilities, but many ladies don't have that because they already have, they own their house, they own their car, they get extra money, they don't have
kids
babies
out
or kids, out the house, or somebody be in the house and they're paying rent.
Right.
And that's some extra money coming in there from that. And just doing this as a passion, I've seen ladies, one lady I follow, she's 7 years old and still looks really good for her age. It's just like anything, you have to really love what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Age is just a number.
Yeah, I know. At my age, I feel like I got two bad knees at Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I'm trying to do better because you know what? Talk with you ladies and hear your stories. It really kind of motivates me to say, you know what? If they can do this, what's stopping me? But I know the thing stopping me is me. Here we have from a man here. David says, plus the ladies have to pay a fee to compete in Masters to make the promoters some moolah. Yeah, because the thing is, again, it's about going back to the money.
Yeah,
it goes back to why,
it's business.
Like New York Pro doesn't have it because the promoters does not enough competitors. They only have, like you talk about Chelsea, she was there. She's only her and Lena Bektek and also Nadia Capasoto. There was shows here and there. And again, this is how I feel like women's bodybuilding. You have to step up.
Yeah.
Either step up or step out. I'm seeing some ladies who decided to retire. Some ladies take a step back from competing. I understand why no. I gotta stop saying understand. I get why you did it, but the thing is, for order for any divisions to grow, we need our stars to really just shine, and we need promoters and people want to get like people like Eunice and JoJo what they're doing, sponsoring athletes. I know you guys out there. Like when I say, hey, if you follow these ladies, if you're someone who has a company or you have the means in a way, reach out to some of these promoters. If you're a fan of a particular division, say, hey. What you have your show? So we just have this. You don't have this. You don't have women's body physique. What if I cover some of the costs? What would that do? And then the thing is, you have to want to make money for them, but it doesn't hurt. Because some of these guys are rich enough. Hey, what's $10,000? It's not going to break you.
Exactly. Some people that's $20 for others. The equivalent.
Yeah. That's the thing is, it's just as a fan and as a content maker, especially on you ladies. It can be frustrating. Saw Derek Lumford walks away with $600,000. I actually got to meet him when I was in Tampa. I didn't realize he was a short dude that short. People like Andrea who gets $50,000. Where I understand she's not going to get the big money like the man, but at least make it worth her while.
Yeah,
especially if she's the Miss Olympia.
exactly. I agree. Definitely in it for the love, not the money on the women's side.
Well, the thing is, y'all ladies should be able to make a living off of where like you're still
Yeah.
working your job, and that's
Mhm.
good. You work for Walmart, that's Wally World. I still, I do like deliveries every now and then with them
Yeah.
because I get to the point where sometimes I don't want to drive everywhere, and just got to get this and this and that, and leave to the
Oh,
house. Thank you. But yeah, that's good that you have that to help you fuel your bodybuilding passion.
yeah. Yep, that got to work. That's part of it. I'm blessed that it's remote, and I'm blessed that I sit in my own house and work all day. But
Yeah, I know we were talking. They were talking about how sometimes how people during the pandemic, a lot of people doing that remote
yep.
working, and sometimes you talk about how your boyfriend be wearing his tie and shirt.
Oh yeah, underwear or shorts, one of the two, and just whatever's on top. That's all they can see.
I remember I was watching this thing. It was on, I think it was on YouTube, where it was this cop. He was on a video chat with the in court,
Yeah.
and he was sitting in his underwear, but he had his top of his uniform on, but
Hmm.
he supposed to put the camera up, brother, and
Yeah.
but that stuff happens
Rookie
quite
move.
frequently. Yeah, it happens quite frequently. Um, Shout out to my man here, Jeremy, female bottom, the female muscle podcast says, what is some advice that you would give to women's physique division competitors that are just starting out? So what would you tell them?
Take the time to grow, especially if you're just starting out. The stage will always be there. There's no rush to it. Um, Take time, get in the gym, ask questions to other pros and other people who compete, ask for advice, pose, get with someone who knows how to pose, because you can have this incredible physique, but there's so many people out there who don't know how to pose and they don't do well because of that. That's a big deal. And I said this yesterday as well. The stage will always be there. Make sure everything in your life is right. So, like, it's expensive to compete in bodybuilding. So, if money isn't there, don't force it, because it's just going to cause stress. It's just going to cause a lot of unbalance in life. You really need that structure, that day to day, that support when everything is kosher for it to really help your prep go well. And I had that this year in 2025. I have it in the past, and it caused me to cancel preps for sure.
Because that got to be stressful because you're worried about money and finances.
Yeah.
How a friend tell me, like, you have to steal Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
Especially for your ladies, as I always say like this, even though the guys have their expenses, they have to take more food, more gear, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Show day is a big expense for y'all ladies.
Mhm.
And I keep saying this, guys, is my favorite word, saying the guys got to wear a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts. That's it.
Yeah.
And slap on some tan. You
Yeah.
ladies, you have to have your hair done, your makeup done, your suits done. You have to
Yep.
have your jewelry, the cost of travel to the shows. And there's a competitor doing 2 different divisions. I think how much was the for each division at the
$325 each. Yeah. Yep. It was not cheap for nationals at all.
Yeah, that's right there. That's right there. That's just a good chunk of my budget. That's like that's like the rent, my cable, and the light bill. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Like,
uh,
I was blown away. Like, amateur shows aren't that much. They're usually like 150 or something. But yeah, when I saw that at nationals, I was like, oh, okay, wow. Same for tickets. Tickets were so expensive for family and friends. I think they were like 75 or 80 for prejudging and 150 for finals. That was more expensive than the Texas Pro, like the pro show. It was wild. I was
we
like,
got
wow, okay.
we got to think the nationals is one of the biggest
It is.
pro qualifiers
That
next to
one too.
the
NBC Nationals is one of the biggest. So I get
yeah.
it. I understand why, but I was blown away with how expensive it all was. I knew registration would be expensive. Like that, I had planned for that. But tickets, I did not. I was like, oh my gosh, sorry guys. Like,
I remember I was talking with one lady when she was competing. They used to, as a pro, used to give you free tickets if you had family friends to come. They don't do that anymore. I remember when I went to Tampa, I had to stretch my. I was like, I'm gonna live on a budget, so
yeah.
I wanted to go check out Eunice in her prejudging, and
Mhm.
the prejudging was just everything was covered, but you only had to pay for like if you did just they didn't like the prejudging and the finals that would cover one thing, but then you depending on your seating, If you're just doing like regular seats, it's like maybe $100. If you're going to do
Yeah.
VIP, it's a little more.
Yeah.
But then for the open show, because I was
Mhm.
just want to see women's physique, women's bodybuilding, I
Mhm.
just paid for the finals.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for the prejudging because I
Yeah.
want to save a few bucks.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I wish if we think about it. Also, maybe try to get up with some kind of company to do more streaming.
Yeah.
With like we talk about this, like something like Tubi or
Mhm.
Netflix. Like they just did a movie documentary on the Olympia.
Yeah.
I was when I heard about it, I said I hope it shows. They did show Andrea. That was great. It shows Sophia's
Yeah.
bodybuilding. I didn't want to be just a bunch of muscle heads and some bikini
Yeah.
girls, but have a mix of each division that
Yes.
represents that show.
Yeah. Just to get the names out there because people don't know. A lot of people don't know, and it's wild.
Yeah, we have here, shot to a man here. David says there is a famous Zoom interview from COVID area where a guy was working doing a work call, and I uh, think he didn't realize he was visible. What a dummy! Winking. Oh, he's winking. Okay.
Oh
Oh yeah. He was punching the munchkin. Okay.
yeah.
Also, uh, bodybuilder. I think it was something you might have missed. Also, he says this. He says this. Dang, I didn't realize it was that expensive.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I remember I was talking with some ladies who did the masters at a couple of
Yeah.
shows. I think they said it was 300 per
Yep.
class, and that was I think one lady she only did 45,
Mm-hmm.
and she did the open because open is free, but she just did 45. She could
Yeah.
have done 40,
Yeah.
but she decided just to do 45. We have here shout out to our man Josh Simpkins going through. He says, "What are some of your favorite workouts?"
Oh gosh. Anything shoulder laterals. So dumbbell laterals, machine laterals, anything with shoulders, shoulder press. Yeah, shoulders. I love to train shoulders. Next to that would be back. So like lat pull downs and heavy ass rows.
And when you hate,
Oh, legs. Which my
that's
legs are my strongest suit. I train them 3 days a week for legs, but I hate a leg day. I go in, I smash it. It's great. I feel great after, but I'm like, oh, I just want to train upper all the time.
I remember, I went to visit my oldest niece in Atlanta, me and my sister for Thanksgiving. And I reached out to Christine Ware, and I met her when I was in Tampa, and we did an interview. And I said, I'm in Atlanta, so we'll hang out. So she would say, well, I'm doing leg day. I hang there pretty good, but some things I couldn't do.
Yeah.
I did pretty good, for an old man, but I hang in there. And Christine's a little older than me, and she's a present lady. We talked a good bit. We enjoyed. Me and her husband went out to eat. It was a great opportunity for me to go out there and meet some of the people. I even met her coach, Rachel Stuckart.
Yeah.
And for me doing this content, I really enjoy the opportunity when I talk to you,
Yeah.
hear your stories and share it out there, and getting to meet you and having Eunice gives us connected.
Yes.
And and seeing you, just finally taking a long time just to get to this place, and also achieving what is, I would say, one of a big goal for any sport, any person who gets in sport of bodybuilding.
Yeah. Getting the pro card, that was the goal. We did it. Now it's time. I want to make a statement. I want to take the time I need to grow and then try to make a statement. The pros. So we'll see.
And then you supporting your man, his goal, try to maybe get the pros. I hope y'all don't think about maybe doing a prep together.
No, we're not. I said that yesterday. We could do it. It's fine. Like as far as the day to day, because I am so routine that I'm doing the same thing every single day. I'm still doing it now in bulk, but that part would be hard. It's the finances for 2 people in prep with that amount of everything, that you have to do to have a successful prep. It does get expensive.
Yeah, because that's a good thing.
Especially for men's open. I mean, like they take all kinds of stuff and eat all kinds of food, and it's just never ending. So
that's why I say doing prep in bulk season, they have a lot more expensive. Y'all ladies, you have your expenses when it comes to
Yeah,
show
the end.
day.
Yeah.
It's kind of almost like a wash. But then think about it, y'all hungry, and you hungry. Say, hey, what you looking at? What you looking at? Say, hey, that's the, you think about chicken? I don't know.
Don't touch my grain of rice. I wasn't done with that.
You like be fighting. You like being out in the middle of the. Say, who is they? Are they fighting? Like they throwing blows. Like look like
Right.
who got the money on the blonde chick? I do.
I have 900 grains of rice in this bag. Do not touch any of them.
We say two grains missing. I'm missing a grain. Where?
Yep, I'm missing a grain. Where is it?
We got here. Shout out to my man Alex. Thank you, Alex. She appreciates you, man. He says, sorry, Roxy. Oh, he says this. Alex, the great kid. He says, hey, George, nice to meet you, Roxanne. That's why he said it because it's Roxy.
I got you.
Yeah, he missed this. Says, I heard so much about you. I'm Eunice's friend, and I drew you not too long ago. Yeah, because we showed it. We appreciate it.
Yes.
He's a great kid. He's been to Olympia. He's really cool with some of the ladies. I got one problem with him.
Oh, that was the one who drew the picture of me? Those are incredible. Thank you.
I got two problems with two men right here. They were near my girl. My man Alex, he gave my girl a pie. My man David, he has his arm around her. I love him I love Alex like my nephew. I love David like my brother. But I tell him, don't be around my woman. I had that same discussion. I'm sorry.
Time to fight.
Yes, I love them like they're my family, but this is my woman. I'm sorry, I'm mental. You know that right now. As I said again, I am a particular type of criminal. I just like anarchy and chaos. I like dynamite and gasoline. Oh, and before I leave you, Roxy, I want to tell you something. As always, you are beautiful. He can't help himself. So we're not going to hold him much longer. Busy day. Just enjoyed her trip. Now IFBB Pro. I'm planning on 2027. Just shows that she says she's either going to do Tampa or probably Chicago. Most definitely Texas. Yeah. There's some other shows. Maybe we might add some new shows by 2027. Maybe.
Yeah, and depending on placement too. Like if I'm placing in the top, then we're probably gonna add a couple of more. If the judges say I need to work on some more things, then we're just gonna go back into an off season after the Texas Pro. That's the goal.
Yeah. What would you think for you that really inspires you to do this sport? Really get you to get out of bed, to be consistent, to be disciplined, to be focused.
Just the fact that to believe in myself, for lack of better words, that I can do anything that I put my mind to. That is honestly what gets me out of bed. And I mean, it doesn't hurt that this sport makes me look good. And so it's like, I like that part. I like the muscle. I like the tension from it, I guess you could say. But I've always been very competitive and always been involved in some type of sport. And this one is 100% like, it's very selfish. You're not part of a team. And just to get up every day and know that I did it, I checked off all the boxes for the day, it means a lot to me because I have failed so many times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you feel like like in Rocky 2 when you beat Apollo Creed, like I did it.
Yeah,
go Adrian.
Exactly.
Like there be days ladies have talked to me and tell me, like, ladies I've been really cool with, say like there be days where they feel like, what, how much can I take? What does it take for me to keep doing this? Why do I do it? What do I get out of it?
Yeah.
This, as I said again, this sport can be mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially draining. But it's good to have some kind of faith and belief in yourself.
Yeah.
Have a goal.
Yeah, it's structure. I thrive in structure. Like just in bodybuilding, prep or bulk, you do essentially the same thing every day. In bulk, you have a little bit more leeway and allow for, other things to go on. But I thrive in that type of life. Cardio at 6 a.m. Eat my first meal at 7:30, and then every 2 hours after that. So it's very simple.
Yeah, it's good that you have structure. It's like having a plan, but the problem is, Roxy, I don't have a plan. I'm just a dog chasing cars. I don't know what to do when I get one. I'm just a particular criminal. That, and that's good to have that plan and that structure, and that helps you achieve your goal. Like again, people talk about motivation. That can change with the wind. Discipline is very important. To be able to eat the same thing every day, to do the same routine, to be regimental, to stick to it. Where Some days you say, you know what, is it worth it? But then you say to yourself, you look at that little card you have in your room
Yeah.
that says IFBB.
Yep.
And you say, yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. Truth.
Yeah. We have one more from a man. Shout out to my man here, Alex. He says, he says, thank you, Roxy. George, I know she's your girl. I would never take that from you. I just playing with you. No, I'm not. He knows I'm joking. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I really appreciate his support. So, folks, again, we want to say congratulations to the lovely Mrs. George. She has my name. So and, we wish her best of luck. Now she's Irish Pro. Wait for 2027. Again, if you're someone out there who really want to sponsor and help you out, and guys, that's why I tell you guys, you don't say Roxy. Yeah, I get my rocks off of Roxy, but guys, don't do that. Reach out with a plan, something that's convenient, something that works, something that helps, because these ladies can use that. They need support. If it's financially, if it's emotionally, or just, hey, if you're someone who's in her area who say like, hey, Roxy, we got a promotion coming up. If you want some stuff, hey, come here and get it. We got it for you. Those things helps out in their achievements goal. And she her plan is 2027. Okay, and also places like Chicago, Tampa. Hey, if you are someone who is in that area who maybe run a motel, maybe Airbnb, you can give her a discount, something like that. Those things help. Yes. But ma'am, I want to give you the last shout out.
Shout out to Gerald, number one, coach, best friend, all the things, I got to, but also Team Texas Muscle. We are starting to expand and get outside of the Houston area. So if you guys are interested, hit me up on Instagram. We are trying to grow that. So I got to shout out my team. Shout out to Bad Rap. 100% my sponsors. Love them so much. Yes. And to Henry with Artemis Labs coming soon.
All righty. I want to also give a shout out to my man here, Alex, for coming through. Thank you, your brother. Josh Simpkins here, our man, David Female Bottom Forum, my man Jeremy from the Art of Female Muscle podcast. Can't also forget KL the Wanderer, who was here for a bit. He got an interview later. He shout out to a lady also I know who's from Texas. And shout out to Bad Rap. Shout out to Eunice, JoJo. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Willie and JoJo's husband. Jim, he's a pretty cool guy, nice guy. Got to meet them when I was in Tampa. Appreciate y'all support. Reach out to someone like Roxy. If you have a plan that works for her, that's really can help her in the process, reach out to your interest, guys. And also say, I guess, guys, you get more with a silk glove than an iron fist. I know what you're doing that iron fist. So do it. Stop it. So, folks, we like to say congratulations to Roxy, new IFBB Pro. Thank you for support. Reach out, retain your interest, and also follow her links in the description of this live stream if you have a plan that works for her and a process. And also reach out to Bad Rap. They are doing good work. Check out their products. I got a hat. I can't get anything more than that because I'm a big dude. Maybe I might get some braces or something like that. I don't know, but maybe down the line. But thank y'all for coming through and supporting us, and appreciate y'all. This is your man all the way, George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out. Good night. Good luck. God bless, and enjoy the rest of this new year.
Bye.
Bye.